How much are you looking forward to getting to Goodison Park?
Yeah, very much so. Myself, the staff, the players, everybody's really looking forward to it, and it's going to be a special occasion, I think.
And since you've came here, there's been a kind of, seems like you've really transformed the fortunes. Is that something you'd agree with? And how much kind of credit do you give yourself, and how much credit do you give the girls out on the pitch?
The players have got to buy into it. I think it's all down to the players in terms of that. We can say whatever we want, but if we're not convinced, and if the players don't buy into it, we're not going to get results. And I think there's been an upturn in fortunes. I think we're ahead of where we thought we'd be, which is a good thing. And we're not just going to stop at that. We're not just going to accept that we're probably ahead of the curve just now. We want to keep pushing on. I think the signings in January proved that. The club are massively backing us in terms of that support and just the way we're treated at Finch. The fact that we're going to Goodison for a game, so we're trying to bring all those things together and bring success to Everton, I suppose. And
touching on those transfers, I think Catherine nearly fell out of her seat when you announced the signing of Izzy. How did that come about?
It was something we'd worked on for a few months. I knew Izzy was certainly going to be available at the end of the season. We spoke to our representatives and found out that it could happen in January. There was a mutual interest from myself and from Izzy, so I arranged to meet Izzy we had a coffee for a couple of hours at Manchester Airport before she flew back to France one weekend, and our thoughts were aligned in terms of what she could bring to Everton, what she wanted out of it, and then we thought it would make a big statement. A 6-month loan deal from Lyon would be a really good thing for the club. Izzy wanted to get back playing minutes. She was training with the best players in the world every day, wasn't getting the game time she wanted, and then to turn it into a permanent 18-month move was just an even bigger statement. So it just worked for everybody. She showed a real desire and enthusiasm to come here. We definitely wanted her. It's this calibre of player we want to attract, and she adds. Obviously she's been unfortunate, she picked up an injury a few days into her time here, but she's already had an impact off the pitch. She's such a big character, and she's got so much experience. So
Was it the Kirk charm at Manchester Airport that turns into a permanent deal?
I don't think so. No, that might have turned it off. No, I just think she obviously she was keeping in touch with the English game. She was watching it from across the sea, and she's seen one of her old clubs doing well. I think she'd heard some good things about what we were trying to do, the standards we brought here, our vision, the way we were trying to play football. Obviously she knows Everton as a club. She knew that we were trying to move to a new home venue, so I think she just really liked the ambition of the club and liked what she'd heard from around England camp, from other players and maybe players that I've worked with in the past. So I think all that helped, and then the finishing touches was obviously bringing her to Finch, because when she used to come here, I think they were in this AstroTurf for 1 hour a night, twice a week. And when you look at what we've got now, and we get fed here and we get well looked after, so I think it became a really easy decision for her.
For you to have personally made that decision to come here though, and have had that backing and be able to work here and now be signing that calibre of player, you must be so pleased with how things are kind of working out.
Yeah, when I came here, I knew the long-term ambition of the club, so I always thought that we'd get to the stage where we'd be, probably I say comfortable, but you're never comfortable in football, but in the top half of the table, maybe looking at players of Izzy's calibre, but I probably thought that was 2.5, 3 years down the line. So for it to happen as quick has been excellent. But you don't leave a club like Man United easily. So there was a lot of things that attracted me to this job, and some of those things are coming to fruition already. So yeah, I've really enjoying it here, and we don't want to put any limitations on this group of players, because we think it's a fantastic bunch, and who knows where they can take us.
And someone who scored all 3 of her penalties, Chloe Kelly, where would you rank her at the moment in terms of players in the Women's Super League?
I think once a day she does something in training, and I turn around to one of the staff and say she is unplayable just now. She's playing with so much confidence. We've gave her the platform to play. We've gave her the freedom. She appreciates that. She understands that. She knows what her role is in the team. Everybody else knows what her role is in the team, and she's really flying just now. I'm sure there'll be a little dip at some point. She had to send off against Man United in the Conti Cup, and that was a big learning curve for her because she missed the Anfield game. So, you know, she was disappointed with that, but she learned from it. She's pushing for England senior squad, so she's doing great just now, and you know, long may that continue.
Yeah, are you going to risk it at the weekend in case she?
Definitely, yeah, definitely. Yeah, we need to go to Brighton.
Cards, though.
No, well, hopefully not. Hopefully she's learned for that. Yeah, we need to go to Brighton and win 3 points.
Yeah.
Because that will only strengthen our chances of winning the week after.
Yeah.
Because that would be 3 wins in a row, and that builds really good momentum. So, if Chloe's playing or not playing at the weekend, that will have nothing to do with the Liverpool game.
Do you expect Izzy to play in that one as well at Goodison?
Hopefully her rehab's going really well. She's getting away for a few days to finish that off in sunnier climes.
Nice.
So, which she's happy about, we're happy about. So hopefully she gets back in early next week and she can build up towards the derby and hopefully be ready for to play some part.
And after seeing what a fantastic day it was at Anfield, what's your message to not only Everton supporters but local supporters and local girls with that interest in football to get down to Goodison?
I think anybody in the surrounding area, Liverpool's got to get along to see that. You know, we're there trying to inspire the youth. That, you know, today's youth and the stars of tomorrow. Be that girls, boys. You know, if you're a red, a blue, if you're a neutral, you know, come along to the game. Certainly, Everton fans, I don't think will be disappointed when they come along and see how we play or how we try to play, to see how the players represent the badge, which I think is a big thing for this club, is always how your players represent the badge on the pitch, and I think Everton fans will leave the ground regardless of performance or result with at least one guarantee, and that is the players gave everything. What
was the feeling like for you as manager in the dressing room after the girls came back in after that win at Anfield? Was probably one of the highest moments of your career, do you think?
It was certainly up there, one of the highest moments of my career. You don't get to soak it up really as a manager because you get whisked away to do media duties. So you've got a bit. I think there's.
You had a good crowd at Anfield there after the game, didn't you?
Yeah, there was. It was probably 10, 12, 15 journalists, I think, want to speak to you, which is great because it's part of promoting the game. We've got a responsibility to do that, but yeah, the win's all about the players, and they thoroughly enjoyed it that day, and hopefully they can repeat that.
And just to finish then, you know, what are your kind of aims for the remainder of the season? You know, obviously a lot of people are just looking at Goodison, but you know, there's the rest of the season. Have you set any targets for this team, or?
Well, we said, which actually was at the time an ambitious target of, we wanted a top half finish and a run in the FA Cup. That is on track. Obviously there's a lot of hard work still to be done to make sure we see that through. You know, how far can we go in the FA Cup? You know, we've got an all WSL tie in the next round, which is only a week after the Goodison game. We've got Spurs 3 days after the Goodison game away from home, so we're going into a really tough period. But you know, I would be disappointed if we don't see that through now in terms of that top half finish, and who knows if that's 6th, 5th, 4th. We'll certainly be trying to push as high up the table as possible. And
if we do win at Goodison, will you be taking everyone out to celebrate?
Depending how, because we're back in the next game day, because we've got Tottenham on a Wednesday,
so
it's a nightmare. I've got family coming down. We're having a family meal. So whatever the players do, I don't need to know about it. But they'll be expected to win at 11:15 the next day. So,
Willie, thank you so much.
Cheers,
good luck.
Thank you.